We did need a new engine because we were doing next gen. So you need to do a new engine for next gen. It doesn't just work right out of the box, just putting on another console. But what we did is we went into it looking at, let's try to make the best next gen game we can, knowing what we know about the console, which honestly at the time wasn't much because they're still making it. Make a great engine, get a lot of cool features in there that we think next gen players and users will really enjoy. Most of them around graphical improvements, so adding a lot of tessellation type features, so sub D displacement mapping, which is one of my favorites, and real-time lighting. So graphically the game's going to look significantly different. Also on the engine side, we've revamped the audio. So audio works very different from it than it did in the past. We've added a ADSR-based reverb system to replace the old audio engine, which was basically just selecting inside or outside, depending if you were inside or outside. Now it actually models the world in 3D and determines what the reverb's going to be on, say, your weapon. It also takes into account the material that you're next to. So if I'm in a metal room, it's going to sound tingy. If I'm in a stone room, it's going to sound, short and cut off, and very sharp. And it all happens in real time, and that's just, we threw away all the old audio code and rewrote it. There's also a lot that happened in the way the main part of the engine works, the core systems, things like memory. Memory is completely different. We have a whole new feature called transient files, basically, and it's something that never existed before in Call of Duty. It's a little, I'm getting a little into the tech part of it, but there's a lot. And the player-facing part of that isn't as obvious. It has to do with being able to do character customization, for instance. We can do character customization now because we added this new feature, this new tech in the engine called transient files. And it's just basically a whole new way of handling memory. A lot of other stuff, animation systems. So rewrote a lot of the animation systems for player animations. So there's two different kinds of animations in the game. There's the AI animations, and then there's the player-based animations, what a player looks like when he's moving through the world. So there's been really a massive amount. And the cool thing is, that I'm really happy about, is although we made a lot of our features for next gen, we weren't happy about just leaving them in next gen and letting current gen just continue along in the same sort of engine that it used to have. We took a lot of those features and brought them into the current gen engine and rewrote everything on the current gen side as well as the next gen side. So they're both new engines. It's not like a new next gen and an old current gen. They're both new. Some of the features can't go across. So the tessellation stuff, the displacement mapping isn't something we can do on current gen. But the audio engine, for instance, the new audio engine was something we were able to do on current gen. So current gen has a brand new audio engine. And the transient files, and again, something that's also on current gen. So both engines benefited from the console transition, which is what kind of spurred this whole thing on. I think it's going to be, even on current gen, the best looking Call of Duty we've done.